And we're live. Hi, everybody.
Hi,
I
everybody.
am Sun Psychic Jean. Please welcome Terry Suzuki from Kigaru Spiritual Journeys. Hey, Terry.
Hey, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. And we are also expecting Joan from Wisdom Seeker Joan, and she'll be with us in just a minute or two, I'm sure. So I hope everybody had a wonderful holiday. And I believe Dream Detective Kate wrote Happy Boxing Day.
Yeah, that's cool. Did you see on Facebook that Kate and Allie Kate's visiting our area in the Pacific Northwest and they got to meet? That's
That
so cool.
That is really cool. I saw that. And the big, big, big smiles. I could feel the joy jumping off of the photo. So,
Hmm.
yeah. How
Yeah,
special. What a special time for Allie because her daughter's getting married and Kate was coming to visit and so many beautiful things are happening in her life. So, I'm really happy for them.
yeah, I am too. That was amazing. I know that when I got to meet Vicky, it was just so mind blowing to actually meet somebody in the chat in person.
Yes. So, just going to bring up my please use caps and emojis little thing here. And I just had to shrink my page. Let's do that one. There you go. See if this works. Paste. Yep, I think that'll be okay. And then I'll pin that at the top. Pin
Mhm.
message. Okay. Hi, everybody. Hi, T Barb and Christy Tobin and Wiki and Arlene. Hi, Arlene. Thanks for coming. Constance L. Hi, Constance. Nice to see you. Hypnicity. And hi, Joan. I
Hi.
know.
Sorry.
That's okay. It was my fault. I tweaked the time just a little bit and I didn't make a point of it. So you're fine. You're fine. And Carolyn Adams is here. Hi, everybody. I hope everybody's holiday was very nice and enjoyable. How about you, Joan?
Yes, it was quiet, but that was just fine. And yeah, it was my son and his girlfriend came over and had dinner um, and did gifts, and it was very nice. But I'm glad
Well,
to have that one behind me.
yeah, yeah, I cannot even imagine, but yeah, beautiful. So, hi everybody, and Lauren is here, and Constance. And what we're going to do is we're going to be taking any questions you have, and if you have would like messages from your angels or spirit guides, if you would like a message from your loved ones or pets. If it's a loved one, if you could just let us know what their relationship is and their name, and also um, I see Hypnicity here. Thanks, Hypnicity. And also, if it's your pet, you can give us your pet's name and um, what type of pet it is. Um, and Nancy Riker is here. Hi, everybody. Thanks for coming. You guys are the best. How was your holiday? And how was your Oh, oh, she said, can I just put this up real quick before we start with Hypnicity? She goes, I did not know you guys are near Seattle. Maybe April, May, we can all meet.
That would be cool. Well, Kate, actually, Allie had invited me, but the problem is there just wasn't a way for me to actually get there. So I missed it, but next time.
Yeah, it's really lovely to have, have each other in the same town there. It's really, it's a far way away from East Coast to West Coast. And then, Joan, you have the central,
Right. I'm covering the central time zone. Thank you very much.
the central region of the United States. No pressure. Oh, that's funny. That's really funny. Well, thank you, Dream Detective Kate. That was really nice. So are you ladies ready? Would you like to go ahead and get started?
Sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Hypnicity says, I'd love to hear from my mom if possible. Her name is Betty. All right. Let's see what I can find out. And Hypnicity says she's in Linwood. She's also on the West Coast in Washington. There's a lot of spiritual activity up there.
Yeah. I often wonder if I've probably walked by her in a store and not even known.
That's funny.
So the Betty I have on my stage, she feels like a very tall woman, even though I can't really tell if she's tall or not, but she has very, very good posture, very good posture. And I feel like she's a little standoffish with strangers, you know, that so I'm going to have to blend in with her a little bit more. So if anybody else has anything, they can go ahead.
She's showing me a dog. Sometimes they come in and give me little images and clues before they come in all the way. And I see a small dog, maybe like 40 pounds, 45 pounds, and like with a little scruffy fur and sort of not very fluffy, sort of a little trim dog. It's shorter hair, I guess, or fur, I guess you would say. She's just showing me the dog. So I'm not sure if that's me that makes sense to you, Hypnicity. But she does automatically say that she was with you over the holidays and will be with you over the holidays, that you do call her in and she does stay close. I feel as though you may have even set a place for her or mentioned her in some sort of honor during your festivities.
Yeah. Uh, is it okay if I hop in?
Sure.
Okay. When I first was trying to get a hold of her, I saw wings swooping around, but they weren't angel wings. They were like if you'd made a cardboard cutout of angel wings, and with the kind of like the ones on my little angel over here that are on a pulley and will move up and down. And then she said that she encouraged you to call on her and call on your angel, and she's hanging around with the angels. It's kind of like an angel in training or something, and picking up. She just likes to hang out with the angels and pick up things from them. But then I saw her more in her human form, kind of in an orange dress, and she was scooping something. She was wearing like a old-fashioned checked apron, the kind that tied at the waist rather than the bib kind. And I kept trying to look over her shoulder and see what she was working on. And it looked like, and then she kind of held out like a little mini ice cream cone of the pointy kind, and it had a scoop in it. And she was saying, even if it's a little bite, just remember the sweetness, and something about this, cherish the sweetness of this life. Sometimes it's just a little tiny taste among all the other things. But she may have been someone who liked baking or making sweet things, but she was reminding you to cherish the sweetness.
Wow.
Yeah. And Jean, when you talked about her being close to Christmas, then her demeanor melted a little bit. She definitely enjoyed the holidays with you. She's definitely there, but I feel like she's showing me this cocktail party now with like my dad. Like she says, we're all here. We're all enjoying these with you. But we don't have to go get the presents and wrap them and we don't have to do the hard work. We just get to enjoy. And so she's just talking about enjoying these holidays. And for some reason, when you said that, Joan about the little scoop. It made me think of a crumb cracker cookie, and
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
wondering if she made crackers. Yeah.
What
Okay,
is
that's
a
all I
chrome
got.
cracker?
It's like I want to say a Swedish, maybe, kind of Scandinavian type cookie, and it's on an iron. Like it's a little, it's
Oh,
almost like a waffle iron. It's got a little pattern in it. They're really thin, and you put the batter in, you put the thing on, and then when it's done, which is really fast, but then you curl it into like a cone right away, or even
Okay.
just like a cannoli roll kind of. Yeah. And people make them about
interesting.
this.
Wow. Wow, that's really cool. So Hypnicity says she was long-waisted, a dancer, choreographed her play in high school, or in junior high. Sorry, I talked to her often. Okay, very good. And she also said that she was very crafty. And these things are jumping today. I do have it on slow mode. And she said, my dog kept her feet warm when she was in Seattle. Oh, she was big on baking and decorating. Very nice. See, this is really, really great to have all this feedback. She made Swiss traditional cookies, and her mother-in-law made the pizzelles. Oh,
Oh, pizzelles are
wow.
very much similar to crumb cracker. Yeah.
Very
Wow.
nice. Very nice Hypnicity. And she's really just saying that she was there with you. Like but for some reason she's showing me the dog. There's something about that dog there. Okay, so let's see who is next. I have Ice Wolf. Hi, Ice Wolf. Thanks for being here and asking your question. Does my sister-in-law, Krista, have a message for me? Thank you. Sure. Let's see if we can get Krista.
All I see is kind of a cartoon version of a ice skater doing tricks, and she was showing me all kinds of tricks she was doing, jumps and just. But the whole message was it's a balance. Um, you have to keep things in balance, or you'll fall, you'll land on the ice, And when you're wearing those, like she was wearing the cute little short skater shirt, and that's no fun to land on the ice in one of those. So just she's encouraging balance. And when you keep things in balance and slowly move from one edge to the other, it makes all these wonderful moves and fun things available to you. But if you get out too far on one edge, that's what puts things at risk. So she's encouraging balance. I hope that makes sense.
It's so funny. I saw her kind of embody on my stage, but it was about balance as well.
Oh,
She felt really sad that she wasn't there for the holiday in person. She felt regretful a little bit that her time was not as long as it should have been. And yet she's also so happy to be where she's at. There's so much to learn, so much to explore. So she again was showing me this emotional balance that she was trying to achieve, and that she was just getting used to seeing everything from a whole new perspective. And, that could be that she may be encouraging you to look at this from a different perspective.
Yeah. So are you finished, Terry? Okay. So what I was getting is she was letting me know that she's fine, that she's warm, that she's taken care of, that she is surrounded by love, And I feel as though there's a longing for, obviously, for her human essence, and that you worry about her as if she's still in her human form. And she wants you to know that she is glorious. She is at her peak, at her highest potential right now. And she's showing me herself as an angel, and the angel is like gilded with silver and gold. And she's just letting you know that she is at her optimum health. I mean, there is something about, you are very worried about her, very concerned about her well-being, and she is just glistening and coming through to me as this angelic, divine energy, and glistening. And she also is referencing the planet Saturn. And I'm not sure if she was into astrology and really loved to watch the horoscopes and watch the stars, or if this is something that you do. And she is just saying that she's so close to the stars now. And she is saying that, similar to what Joan and Terri were saying about what she can see now, what she can understand now, and that everything makes much more sense. And she just wants to send her love to you and let you know that she appreciates all of the care, all of the concern, all of the love that you had showed her here in this world. And she said that that this will carry on forever, that you have not lost. I almost feel like it's like a best friend, or I know you said sister-in-law, but she felt like, like a sister. You loved her like a sister, and she just really wants to thank you for that. But she is well, she is warm, she is loved, she is taken care of, and she is just so beautiful, so beautiful. Wow. Let me see what Ice Wolf has to say. Oh, she says, we miss her dearly. Yes, we do. And let me see. She says, I did order glasses, you guys, so that I could do this. Okay, so yeah, she was just saying that she just says thank you. Yeah, and she was saying yes, she was confirming. But yeah, she was really, really very beautiful, very angelic, very silver and gold, like almost like to make a point to let you know how wonderful, how good she actually is being taken care of. She does not want you to worry or to think about her in her human form, that this is her fullest potential, and she is in her most glorious state, and really, really feeling the love. So yeah, very nice. All right, thank you. So here is Natalie. Hi, Natalie. As NOI or NOL? Noia? Pardon? Natalie Noia. I think, is that how you say it? Am I saying it right?
Sounds good to me.
Natalie, thank you for your question. Any messages for me? So let's go ahead and see what your spirit guides have to say. Thanks for being here, Natalie. And I like your name. It's appropriate for this season, right? I see a little bit of Native American around you, Natalie, right away. Not sure if these are your spirit guides, or if this is if you have Native American heritage in this incarnation. I feel as though you do sacred work. You do love like crystals, and you do. They're showing me you smudging. Like there's certain common type of rituals and practices and traditions that you have incorporated into your practice. Oh, they're telling me that you watch the moon. You follow the moon cycles. Wow. And this is all like a reminiscent for you. Now they're showing me the buffalo as well. So you may have, I'm not sure if this is, I'm picking up a past life or if this is like a spirit guide for you, but you feel a strong attraction and an affinity to these types of, this area of focus. Joan or Terry? Oh, she said, yes, she does. Wow. And she said it's pronounced Noya. Okay, thank you.
Oh, I
Hmm.
didn't know you. Well, Natalie, right away they were showing me a house. It kind of looked like a two-story gingerbread house, but the house was frosted in such a way that it almost had this nice kind of calico ditzy pattern on it. And I thought, okay, well, that's really cool, but what does this mean? What does this mean? And they said that you are building a space to take spiritual care of people. So I think what it is you are you are growing your own spiritual practice, and this spiritual practice is growing because it's almost going to create like a little house, a little place of safety where people can come to you and learn more spiritually.
Wow.
And I got dogs. First, I saw a big, it was a dark, it looked like a lab or a lab mix or something like that. And I sensed that it was really close to you, like sitting on your feet, and then kind of it would look up at you and as if, and I was looking like through your eyes. So I couldn't really see you, but I saw, your legs and your knees. And just a sense of ease, but also that the dog was very alert and there was a lot of love and communication between you. But the dog knew that, yeah, my job is to be here and look out for you and be really close. And then later on, I was trying to figure out, is this a passed on pet? Is this a literal dog? Or is this a representation of your guides that are there to protect and defend and love? And then I saw a second dog that was, it looked a little different, but you were holding it over your shoulder, and it was, it had bright eyes and just lots of love. But it's the feeling overall is that you've got lots of love and protection around you, really close to you, but you're really comfortable with that and have a good sense of communication. Now, whether that is through your own pets or the spirits of departed pets, or if these are representative of your spirit guides, I can't really tell. But it's a really nice, close and comfortable communication that you're having, and it was really beautiful. So I hope that makes some sense.
Wow. Can you imagine having a spirit guide being a dog? I mean, that unconditional love watching out for you. And wow, that is beautiful. Really interesting. Really interesting. Okay, very good. So thank you very much, Natalie. And let us know if any of that makes sense to you. So the more feedback we can, you know, get sort of even during the reading helps to expand and connect. Um, Lane is here. And she's saying that she's also from the Northwest. Aw, thanks. Hi, Lane. Thanks for being here. So I see Sheena. Sheena is here. Hi, Sheena. That's a pretty name. She says, last time you guys ran out of time. So, okay, let's see what we can do. She wants to talk to, oh, wait, I thought I saw, here it is. Sheena, that was right above that one. She said, any messages from her mom, Kathy?
Okay.
Sure. Hi, Sheena. Thanks for being here. Mom, Kathy with a K. Mom, Kathy. Sheena's mom, Kathy. So I'm seeing a woman who is just a little bit petite. She seems to be younger. She seems to be like in her 60s, and she is she something about guitar around her, and she is um, short hair. I don't know if I saw that, if I said that, and she's almost like talking fast and almost like talking as if you can hear her. And she's saying, I can see her like saying stuff. Like, I don't know if she talked a lot or always kind of had to narrate what she was doing. Like, and how you go from one room to get, and you say to yourself, okay, I'm finished here. And next I'm going to have to go into the kitchen and get that. And like, you kind of like talk to yourself from one room to the next. I'm not sure if this is something that she kind of like narrated her day or her actions, but I just see her talking a lot and maybe talking to herself and thinking out loud. If this was something that she did, this is what she's showing me. But she's talkative. She's looks very fit, and shorter hair and active. And but as she came in, I felt like an image of like a guitar around her. So I'm not sure if this was something in her past. I don't really see her with a guitar in her hand, but I feel as though there's something around that music around her. Um, so that's what I'm getting. And I'll see if I can get a message from her if either of you want to jump in.
Go ahead, Jen.
Okay. I saw a woman with a big smile and just vivacious. Again, I like Jean. I saw her with dark hair, shorter dark hair, but red lipstick. And I was seeing her maybe like in her 30s or 40s, kind of as a younger woman, and just had so much energy, lots and lots of energy. And I saw her as she was in some sort of uniform. So I don't know if it was a nurse or a waitress uniform or some sort of uniform that wasn't immediately apparent what it was. But the idea was that it was her job to help people, and in whatever role that was. And she really enjoyed it, and she was really good at it because she had this great smile and she had this very upbeat kind of energy, or at least she could turn it on. And she was like this light bulb that she kind of lit up the room when she came in, and just a little, a small interaction with her, she could send her energy out and it would lift people up. And so she was saying to you, people were energized by her, and high energy got a lot done. And she said, know that I'm there with you. And if you feel down, she can send you some of her own sort of patented energy too, and help you get back on your feet again. And of course, the first thing I felt was my heart. So she's sending love.
No.
Very nice.
Well, well, Sheena, I am not sure what I'm getting at all, to be honest. So I saw an older woman on the stage with white hair and a little bit chubby and a little bit unhappy looking, kind of. But then she brightened up, and she keeps showing me an Easter egg, but not just any kind of Easter egg. She's showing me those, those really the sugar ones that are formed and they have like a little opening cut and you can look in and see a scene. I don't really see a scene, but she just keeps referencing this Easter egg and showing me the inside and how it would be so nice to fill that little scene up. And so I am not completely certain I'm seeing Kate. It's almost like I'm seeing Kate's mom. Like I'm seeing
Kathy.
you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No. like Kathy. So it's like I'm seeing Kathy's mom, almost like I'm seeing a grandmother instead of a mother. And this Easter egg just doesn't go away. And so I'm wondering, I think you'll have to think of all the different meanings of an Easter egg, like something growing, something coming in the spring, something exciting. I was thinking, how would I feel if I got this? It would be a nice surprise. It's very artistic. So I'm going to have to let you interpret that because I cannot get anything more about why I'm being shown an Easter egg. But there it is.
Wow. So Sheena, let us know if it sounds, oh my gosh, she said that was her. You're right. That was her with the white hair and older.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Yep. How
You know,
about that?
they often present at different ages. You know, that's sometimes when we first started doing this, I remember how hard it was to figure out who we had because a lot of times they like to present like in their 30s, you know, when they're the most vivacious. And so it's hard to say. And if you have any clues about the Easter egg, I'd love to know.
Yeah, how about that? And Joan saw her with a uniform on, and perhaps that was back when she would be working either as a waitress or a nurse or something where she would wear a uniform. And I saw her type of, sort of like that personality, somebody who would be talking to themselves or thinking out loud, or if this is something like a sort of like a little behavior that she would do, if it sounded familiar to you. And if it doesn't, that's fine. You can let us know. But yeah, it seems like that that's wonderful. So let us know if that Easter egg or that I forget what they're called. They're called something, the shadow boxes or something. But if that Easter egg makes sense to you, so I'm so grateful. I miss her so much. Oh, you're welcome. Oof, wow. Yeah, I know, Sheena. Sorry for your loss. But yeah. Okay, so let's see. I see Miss Tarot D is in the house. Hi, Miss Tarot D, and they are saying hello to Dozen Cats. Kelly is here, and she's saying hi to everybody in the chat. And I saw Kelly. I was just going to pick up another one that these things move so fast today. I don't know, what did she say? Kelly says she's just being very supportive. Oh, here she is. She's saying, please show your support to the channel by hitting the thumbs up. Thank you, Kelly. And everybody who does not know Kelly from Dozen Cats Wellness Tarot, please go on over and check her out. She has some really, really great content. And I think she's doing some new things for the new year. I think there's going to be some exciting changes for the new year. Thank you, Kelly. That was very sweet. And I see Starfish is here. Hi, Starfish. Nice to see you. And Wiki is here. Okay, yeah, I see that. Oh, okay. So Sheena said yes, and her and I both think out loud. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. And because believe me, I'm going out on a limb. I mean, I do it too. And she's like, she's showing me this. So it's really important. You guys both think out loud. I think that's great. Yeah. 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 So that's how you know. A couple of comments back, she said, how will I know? How will I know? Because the person that I was describing was a little bit younger, and the person that she was presenting herself to, Joan, was a little bit younger as well. So they present themselves in different capacities. And Dozen Cats says, oh, Jean, thank you so much. I have something big in store to share. Wow. Wow. Very nice. Was it the crystal store that you went to? I would love to see that. I'm not sure if you posted that yet, but that sounds so exciting. Okay. So hi, Juno. Nice to see you. And Wiki is here. Let me see if there's anybody. Oh, so Sheena, when we told her, is there anything about an Easter egg? She goes, I just made eggs for breakfast. She was funny. She's just saying, I know, right? That's what you got to do. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I'm just going up here. So, Lane, I do see your question about earthquakes. Um, I'm not sure that we do um, very much of the, I don't know, girls, ladies, would you want to entertain a world event, like a weather event? It's not usually something that we do, but let me see. Let me just show you. Natalie also wanted to confirm for you,
Okay.
Joan, that she had a black lab. And when she says had, I would assume that meant that they are passed, and this is now one of her spirit guides, right? Or in that type of capacity.
Yeah, that sounds great. Good.
Thank you for that. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Yes.
So Lane is here. She says the earthquake is a big thing. Same guy forecasted it in Alaska and California. Now this is one for at midpoint at the same magnitude. I think there's earthquakes in California. I did see that, but I don't know if you want to pose a question. Maybe we can ask our. I thought it was a question. It doesn't look like there's a question. I think she was just sharing. So if there's something that you wanted to post as a question, we can check with the pendulums and see. That's all right. If you don't have anyone waiting, I'll ask for a message from my spirit guide. Thanks for being here, Miss Tara D. Spirit guide message for Ms. Tarot D. Your manners are fine. And Sandy from Illinois is here. Thanks for being here, Sandy. I see a lot of newbies. Welcome. Wow. I have a very sharp tone in my left ear, sort of like a loud ringing, and it's unusual. It's sort of like it's a different if you're it's a different frequency. I'm not sure if you hear out of your left ear, if you get messages from your left side. Um, and wow, that's interesting. So let me just tune into your spirit guides, Ms. Tarot D. Mhm. I get they're telling me that you have the ability almost I would it's hard to describe, and we as humans try to um, categorize and compartmentalize things, but what they're telling me is they're saying channeling, but it's not really channeling. It's almost like when you are doing your tarot and you're getting a message, or you're reading a message, and you get like a hit on the card, and you're reading the card. It's almost like words come out of your mouth, and you're like, I have no idea where that came from. But it was you saying it, and it came from you, but it's almost like, where did that come from? What made me just say that? It's almost like you feel the energy, and you have this, and they're saying that it's almost like the gateway, and it allows you to step out of your own way when you're looking at the tarot card. It gives you license to do this channeling that you have a natural ability to do. That's what they're saying, ladies.
Yeah. Do you mind if I go, Joan?
Go right ahead.
So right away on my stage, I saw your spirit guide group, and they're like having a party. And some of them are dressed very campily, and some of them are annoyed that they're dressed very campily. But they're having a little party. They're really excited. Um, and they tried to get the message to me that way, but I couldn't quite hear it as much. But basically, they're very excited for this new year for you, that a lot of your gifts are going to open up. And so then they realized that I couldn't quite see the seriousness of what's going to happen. And I don't mean serious in a bad way. And so then they showed me you kind of out in the universe, in the stars, out in the dark universe. And they've elongated you very long and graceful. And then they have your avatar, for lack of a better word, and it's holding its hand out, and they have put in your hand a gold globe. It looks like a gold globe, and it looks like one of those ones that almost is like on a Star Trek kind of thing. It can come apart, and as you hold the globe, it kind of comes apart, it opens. And what I'm getting from this is that you're going to get even more spiritual connections, spiritual gifts this year that are going to really help you in your spiritual practice. But they're very, they wanted to make it all lighthearted, but I obviously couldn't quite get it. And so they showed me this very serious, very long, Erte-like vision of you out there. So I think you have some extra things coming to you.
That's exciting. Cool. Well, I'm glad that I went last because I think you are helping me see what I was seeing helps it make sense. What I saw was a tree sending out vibrations, and I was seeing the vibrations going out from all sides, all parts of the tree, and they kind of looked like the roots underground when they start out thick and then get thinner and thinner and thinner. And I kept hearing that you're sending things out, you're giving to get, because you're bringing things in, and it doesn't matter. Then it kind of switched to seeing two different species. There was a cat and what was it? It was different species, a cat and a crow, and then it changed to a tiger and a dog or something like that. And so when Jean said that you're channeling, it's like, oh, okay. You're putting out your own feelers, and you're bringing things in, bringing in the things you need. And it's not just like a tree getting nourishment. You're getting information from all different levels, not just below ground and above ground. So I think that is another just reference to your own spiritual development, that you're putting your waves out there. And just like a tree's roots and the leaves, they're bringing in what what it needs from the soil, from the air, from the moisture in the air, or whatever, from the sunlight. So in all of your elements, you're bringing things in, and I think it's on a spiritual level. You're reaching out with your skills to bring in messages from beyond.
Wow.
So that's cool.
Wow, very nice. So she says, Jean, that's so on target. I'm like, what the F? Where did that come from when you're doing the cards? And she says, that makes sense. I'm working a non-drag channel so I can see the two groups together. I think that you'll be inspiring and opening up if you do a drag tarot. And wow, so many hits. And I felt as though when Terri was talking about that golden sphere in your hand, I could feel it opening up and expanding. And this is your creativity, because it could become anything. It's your spiritual creativity. You're allowing it to form and to open up and to become, you're allowing this to come through. And you are very creative. We can see by your icon. And with this, you're very spiritually inclined with your tarot. So both of these things are going to be expanding and opening together. It's really, and you're going to be being sort of like I don't know how to explain it. Just you're going to be the one who puts the seed in other people's mind that, oh yeah, there's more to this than what I can see. Like you're going to allow people to see what the other perspective might be. The other, oh, we are a soul. Oh, I see this now. I see that I have more power and more creativity and more ability to manifest. I just feel as though you're going to be putting the seeds in other people's point of view, I guess. Wow. Very nice. Very
And I just
nice.
wanted to hop back in. I also, because I was kind of confused, so I pulled a card and I got the hawk feather. And it says, the hawk, pay attention. A powerful message is being communicated to you with the hawk. But it's also, the hawk is about taking a higher perspective or a different perspective. And that seems to coincide with what you were saying too, Jean.
Yep, they wouldn't let me go unless I added that. Very good, Joan. Thank you. Thank you. We'll work together. I love it. I love it. I love it. So Angie is here. Okay, so I see Lane. Cool. I'll star that question. And Angie says, may I please get your insight into the man I'll marry? So Angie, if you would, so are you dating anybody right now? Would you be able to give us just a little bit of background so that we have a sort of like a path to follow? Or is this, are you single at this moment and you're looking to manifest? If you wouldn't mind just letting us know, that would help us decipher some of the information coming through. And it'll help you a little bit more. Currently single. Whoop, whoop. I love these. Excellent. Pure manifestation. Excellent. I understand. So she's currently single and she would like to know what we can see about the man that she'll marry. Love it. Thanks, Angie. So I'm just going to blend with your energy, Angie, and see what your soul is looking for. Feel your soul's vibration and what's going to match this. Or if there is a soul contract before you came in. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about your energy there, Angie. I feel as though you're pretty much no nonsense and you're pretty straightforward. You don't like to play, not that anybody likes to play games, but you're not one to put on false kind of airs or be giggly or, act a certain way to, influence anybody. You're very matter of fact and you're very straightforward. And it's not that you're serious. It's just that you see the importance in being authentic, and it's this union is very important to you, and it's a you just take it very seriously, and you don't like to. You just don't like to waste any time, you take it seriously. I feel as though that you want sort of like not the Cinderella story, but you understand that there is somebody out there who you're just going to fall in love with, where things are just going to click, and that that you're destined to be together forever. You feel as though that there's one person out there that this will happen for you. And this is sort of what I'm picking up with your energy, Angie. And then I'll go ahead and see what, if you could let me know if any of that makes sense for you. And then I'll go ahead and ask the spirit guides about your man. I just keep getting, you're really smart too. Wow. She says, you're absolutely right, Jean. I resonate with everything. You seem like you're putting yourself through school, or you just finished school, or you have a lot of responsibility, and you are serious about having a family, and sharing your life with somebody who will love and respect you. It's not about like getting a ring or having a boyfriend. It's about, your whole life. It's I just feel you have your you have the right perspective on this. So if anybody else wants to go, you can jump in, but I'm going to see what masculine energies around her.
Well, so on my stage, they suddenly transported me to the woods. I'm like in the woods, in nature. And I got right away that I was being shown this to help describe what the guy's kind of like. And they kind of let me know he's an earthy guy. He likes the outdoors. He likes hiking. I think he's a very tall man, but I'm very short. So it's hard for me to tell you exactly how, but it seems like he's a tall man. And it's almost like you are hiking and you're looking down at the ground and you're paying so very close attention to the dirt and the roots and the rocks so that you don't get tripped up, that you almost miss his boots. His boots are standing right there and very tall. And so I think maybe you're going to kind of meet him in a very organic way, a very, like you're going on about your business and suddenly there's this man. So that's what I got.
Somebody in the chat saying, sounds like she should date my son. Go ahead, Joan. Sorry.
Well, the first thing I saw was like sort of a paper doll. Remember the cutout paper dolls? Except this was a paper doll cutout of a man, and it was in black and white, and he kind of looked like he was from the 50s, maybe like Cary Grant or something. And you were putting the pieces together. Oh, here's his suit and here's his tie to put on, but he didn't have his head on yet. And then it was like, no, this is too false. It wasn't a real boy like Pinocchio. So that got crumpled up and put away. And then I saw this face that looked, it was not Hollywood handsome, but a good looking man, but he was really like an old soul and really quiet, and just very calm, intelligent, good at whatever it was he did, but not self-aggrandizing at all. And it was like he was there to kind of balance things. And if it's not somebody to get riled up about anything, and they kept saying old soul, but just kind of this quiet guy that doesn't, good at what he does, doesn't make a big deal about himself, and just will be there to love and support you in his own kind of quiet way. But he might be somebody, he's not all flash, he might be easy to overlook, but just, you don't have to look under every stone for every troll, but if don't write him off if he doesn't come waltzing in with, flowers and champagne and sweep you off your feet right away. So anyhow, that's what I got.
Really earthy guy.
Interesting. Yes. So I did get a little bit more a kind man, a man who looks a little bit younger than his age, has like a youthful face, very gentle, a little quiet. I saw him walking out front of a New York brownstone, sort of like on the New York streets, and he almost had like a soccer player's physique, where he was just very strong, but not very muscular, like lean. Yeah. So, and this is what I think Joan meant by just because he's not Don Juan who pulls up in a limousine and has flowers for you or whatever. I mean, I'm sure that that's not what you're looking for anyway. He may be just somebody who's quiet and a little bit more in the background and may come in a little bit more softly, or a little bit more of like a friend or somebody that you hang out with, or somebody who knows somebody. Yeah, he's not I mean, he's confident, but he's just not very showy like that. And but
Exactly.
his heart is just so pure, so pure. Lovely. And thank you very much, Angie. All the best to you. That was so much fun.
Mhm.
Wow. Yeah. So we are interesting. Okay, so Hi Vibin is here. Hi Vibin. She says, may I get a message from my guides? Still feeling stagnant and needing validation for what I've been feeling all month. Thanks in advance. Um, Message from Hi Vibin 888 Guides.
I keep getting that the commercialization of the holidays and the expectations on every ad you see in every commercial of the perfect family, the multi-generational family with the 2.2 kids and the dog and the cat and the grandparents living in the suburbs. It's just like there's so much pressure, not on only on this image of that people are selling, but just the expectations we have for what this whole period of the year should be like. Are it just kind of sucks all the air out of the room. And if you are in on that and want to take that ride and everything, great. But if your life is a little different than that, it can kind of pull you down. It can have the opposite effect of what all this sort of enforced joviality and the high spirits are supposed to be, are trying to engender. So the fact that the Christmas is over and Thanksgiving's over, New Year's will be over soon, they're showing me like the air being let out of a balloon, and just that energy balance or misbalance is going to even out a little bit for you. And so you're going to feel like, I can take a deep breath and go about on my merry way and not feel just so, I don't know, just off. Yeah. So they're just saying, they're showing me a cat, like a cat that has 9 lives. So you're just going through this period, and and now the cat's poking its head through this hole, and it's like, yep, we're just liquidly going on to the next thing, and it's going to be fine. But it had to do with just kind of the holidays and the season and expectations, the energy around you.
Well, I got something a little bit similar in that I saw her on my stage. Really, I was more like seeing her spirit or her soul, not her body per se. But she was dressed in this beautiful white kind of Victorian gown, or what we might think of like that. And but she's bound up. She's like tied in different places, tied at her feet, tied at her waist, tied at her arms. And they're basically saying, yes, that right now, this month, you're feeling a little bit bound up, a little bit tight, but they're reminding you that the ties are soft. They're not tightly tied. They're easily for you to just flip off, and then you can easily take them off. So I think it's just like what Joan said, that once the season goes by, you can kind of release some of these expectations. But they are also suggesting to me that a different perspective might look like that you are resting, hibernating, regenerating, taking some time for yourself. And so I don't think you have to fight this too hard. I know because the other thing they're showing me is that you are really, really intuitive. You're really empathic. So some of what's kind of binding you is this empathicness where you're just feeling everybody and everything. And so that will pass as the holidays go by, and you'll be a little bit freer and develop those things without having to be right up against them.
Wow. Wow. So this is all of these are really hitting home for High Vibe. And she said, "That's my life, generation living in her home." And she says that she feels that after the holidays. Thank you. And she said, "Oh wow, I feel tied up." So true. Wow. And she says, "Oh my God, that's what I've been feeling and resting, but I'm so resistant to rest." And how else could they get you to rest other than to cause some turbulence in your life? I just was saying, I just was writing down that what Joan said, that the image and the expectations sometimes are too restrictive for you and too restrictive for us, and it's you have a lot of responsibility on your plate, and um, in the past that things were bumpy and caused turbulence, and I did get what Terry was saying with the recalibration and the to recalibration for your energy as well. And it's really, when we get into the flow and we're really flowing and we're really in our practice and we're really in our element, and then it's almost like they put the brakes on and they're saying, "Oh, you have a 3D human holiday coming up." And you're like, "I'm in my flow." What do you mean I have a 3D holiday? I can't stop now. I'm in my flow. But I, that's, yeah. And plus there's a lot of astrological events happening all through this month, and the solstice, and just yeah, I think much needed rest, and to thank them for the information that came through, and let them know when you're ready to resume. Wow, very nice. Hi, Vibin. Aw, she said exactly. I need to chill out because I'm going to get busy in the new year. You're right, and
Thank
that's
you
for
for
all of
asking
us.
that question. I think everybody kind of needed to hear that. It's okay to kind of just take a breath.
Yeah.
Exactly. And she says she feels so much better now. You guys are so freaking powerful. You're welcome. Hi, Vibin. That's very sweet. So, yes, I did see somebody reposted. Okay, Glorious, if you could give us your friend's name. And I have Sandy, let me see. I saw Suzanne. I see that you're not getting an answer. Oh, no, that's not a question. Oh, wait. Wow, matchmaker. Okay. Sorry. I thought that was a question. I was looking at I thought I saw somebody asking for, I'm sorry?
I was just saying that was a lot of fun. Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match.
I thought I saw somebody asking for a question from their angels. Sorry, you guys. Trying to make it flow a little bit better. Suzanne, I see she's saying she gives up, but I don't see your original message, Suzanne. I'm sorry. I see that you're looking please and thanks. I saw it go up a little bit more. You see how many are between. Where is Suzanne? Where is Suzanne? I'm sorry, you guys. It's really, really hard to see these with. I saw somebody asking for a message from their angel. Oh, mhm.
I was going to say, everybody in the audience, you should also recognize that for us, the way we see the chat is different than the way you see the chat. So if you ask too long ago, it disappears for us too. So you may have to put it in again.
Not just that, but it's just really challenging.
Yeah.
Okay, so Arlene, you were the one who said that she wanted a message from her angel. I thought that was a little different, and I'm trying to keep up with you guys. So we're doing good. We're doing good. All right, Arlene, message from her angels. Thank you, Arlene. I appreciate that. Oh, they're showing me the picture that I put on the post today. I'm not sure if that was what attracted you to the thumbnail that I put on, the beautiful angel. This is what they're showing me. They're saying that that you are in contact with them, with your angels, and that you it's not just that you believe in them, it's that you feel them. So your angels are your guides. When you feel like a nudge, or you feel like an inspiration, or you feel guidance, these are your angels. You're very much attuned to the angelic realm, and these angels are the ones who are guiding you. And these angels are ones who leave you synchronicities and the numbers on the clock, and the messages that are sort of like in the clouds or wherever you see your signs and synchronicities. These all come from your angels, and you have a very an origin around angels. And we have some amazing angel readers here too. So I'm going to just stop there and see what. Ladies, if you have anything.
I'm afraid I wasn't getting much. Right away, I felt the sense of calm, and that your angel is behind you, and I can't do this, and has its hands on your shoulders, and I felt that, and this huge sense of calm came over me. So it's this beautiful, beautiful high energy presence that just kind of envelops you. So it was more of a feeling than actual images for me, which is a little bit different. It was a wonderful, wonderful feeling of peace and knowing, and of just the strength that you're in good hands. They're definitely around you.
Well, I agree with all the angel energy. That's what I'm seeing and feeling too. They are showing me one thing, and they're showing me that they're kind of wrapping you in a woolly blanket that's mostly cream colored, but with a little bit of a brown in it. And it's just a soft woolly blanket that's just for warmth and protection. But they're showing me that they act a little bit like a muse for you. A muse. You have some sort of artistic ability. Either I feel more like it's writing, but it could be music, it could be art or something. They act like a muse for you to help you in your writing or career or something, just some sort of, they're the ones that provide the ideas to keep you moving. I hope that makes sense. But they're with you. They're helping you.
Yeah, you call them in. You bring in their energy, and you I don't know if you dream about them or if you sense them, but you have this belief, and that's a big part of it, and they love that you honor and cherish them and call on them. Like, this is their responsibility. This is their mission, is to help us on earth. And this is what brings them joy, is to help us. And you're allowing them to work through you. Very nice. Very nice. Thanks, Arlene. And I have another one. And Sandy says she's hoping, I hope I'm getting messages from my angels, because I get ringing in my ears all the time. Let me see if that is Sandy's angels. I'm going to use my pendulum. You're welcome, Arlene. I'll pop that up in a second. Sandy. It is Sandy getting messages from her angels. So, Sandy, what I'm getting for you is that it's a little bit more like your higher self. It's a little bit more like your higher self is calling your attention to sort of steer you in a different way, or to just to alert you to a new awareness, or to bring you back into this now awareness, like this now moment. And it feels like your higher self. It feels like there's somebody directing you, and it's a little bit different of a vibration for me. What did you guys get?
Well, I didn't consult the pendulum. I just went old school, and it immediately I heard the angels say, well, of course she's hearing from angels. Everybody hears from angels. We're always with all of you all the time. So this is a very general message. But they said, we're with you all the time. Everybody is hearing the whispers of us. Oh, but they reminded me, when you really want an angel's help, you must say it out loud. You can't, with spirit guides, you can just think it inside. It's okay. But with angels, even if it's just a little whisper, they will react to the little whisper. So go ahead and talk to them that way and ask for help when you need it.
I got that it's the ringing in the ears is both angels and guides, more angels than guides, but that it's just kind of an indicator that you're kind of in the zone, that your consciousness, your vibration has lifted to the point where you can receive messages, and that's what happens to me too.
Wow. Very nice. Thank you, Joan. So Arlene just wanted to follow up, and she said, thank you so much. I think about them and talk to them all the time. Thank you, Arlene. And she just said, thank you for the validation. You're welcome. It was pretty strong there. Okay, so let's go up to Living Life. And Living Life says, question, did my dad reincarnate, please? Thank you so much. I think I saw something go by saying that she had like the feeling that he may have reincarnated. So let me see. That's very interesting. Really different question.
Right away, I heard, no, not yet. I want a little more time, and he wants to be there when you pass. And then I asked the pendulum, and my pendulum said a very small no. How about you?
Terri, go ahead.
He's showing me like a river of chocolate flowing across my stage. And I'm like, what does the chocolate mean? Why is there a river? And he basically, he is this river of chocolate flowing across. And he's like, don't worry about this. Don't worry about that. We are always together. His higher self will always be there. Your higher self is there also. It's not really something you need to worry about. It's not something that will ever abandon you. You are part of this flow. I hope you like chocolate, because that's just showing me this river of chocolate that's so lovely looking and warm and nice. So that's what he told me.
So my pendulum did go into a circle, and I felt as though it was information that was not known at this time. So she also said, interesting, because I had a vision that he came in on the solstice when her niece had her baby. Wow.
Ooh.
And I feel as though maybe he was, I mean, obviously he was holding the baby before she was born, or the soul of the baby before she was born. And he was maybe there. But it's interesting that you could have picked up on this. It could have been an aspect, or you may see some like similarities in your nieces, in the baby's smile, or the baby's mannerisms, or whatever, like something may remind you of your father. And that would be really interesting. So I think that there's more there than we can really ever know. So you may be picking up on something. That's interesting. Very interesting. Thank you. Okay, so here I go. All right, I got loving life and Gloria, glorious. Thank you, glorious. Her friend's name is May, and I think I was misreading it. Okay, so she would like a message from her friend, and her friend's name is May.
And her friend's on the other side, right?
Yes. Oh, Terri will be back.
Okay.
So I'm picking up that May is honored and tickled that you're calling on her, and that she's very um, just saying, "Oh, I can't even say what she's saying." It's almost like, wow, that you're reaching out to her, that you want a message from her, and that she's being called in on. I know Terri uses a stage, but she's being called to come forward, and she just feels honored, and that you are reaching out to her. And she's saying that she's always here, always watching over you. And she said that she's really amazed at how many people, how the effect that she made on so many people's lives, and that how much all of her efforts rippled out, and that she didn't see this while she was in this lifetime, but she can see now on the other side, just by being a good friend, or a shoulder to lean on, or somebody who had more responsibility, or and sort of said, okay, well, this is how you get your driver's license, and let me show you where to go. And like she would always be helpful to people who were either lost or in need, and she always had like a suggestion or a recommendation. And she's just saying it's wonderful to see that all of these little things that she just thought, well, they asked, or they didn't know how to get there, I just showed them. Like she felt as though she didn't really do anything. It's just a normal reaction, but it's not. She was very generous of spirit, and very kind, very loving, and that she is just overwhelmed by all the rippling effects that she can now see on the other side. Ladies?
Do you want to go, Joan, or can I
Yeah,
go?
I was. Go right ahead.
Oh, so right away, she suddenly put a hay bale on my stage, a great big hay bale, not one of those small dinky ones, a big one. And she's there kind of leaning on it, and she's got animals all around her. I think that what she's trying to tell me is over there, she's taking care of all the animals. She's got goats, lots of goats, and chickens, a ferret. She says she's having the best time of her life. She's having all the pets she always ever wanted. And that seems to be what she's doing right now, is taking care of animals. I don't know if she was a farmer or something. That's why the hay bale, but boy, she is having a good time. And so she wants you to know that. Don't worry about her. She's having a great time. She's doing everything she ever wanted to do.
That's beautiful. Well, first off, my third eye kind of lit up, and I heard I'm seeing things so much more clearly now. And she was kind of amazed by the difference on that side of the veil about, kind of the accepted standard knowledge about how things work and what's important here and what's important over there. And anyhow, she wants to tell you how much she appreciated your friendship, and that she's having a great time over there. And don't worry about her. And her message is, kind of don't worry, be happy, enjoy your time here, and don't spend too much time worrying. And again, she said that she had some learning to do when she crossed, but she was kind of surprised and delighted by how it all works. And if, so that's her advice to you is just don't sweat the small stuff, because it's pretty much all small stuff. And to be happy and have fun. And she's looking forward to when you cross, whenever that might be. She's not rushing you, but she's looking forward to seeing you again on the other side.
Wow. So let us know, Glorious, if that makes any sense for you. Not sure. It's the chat has stopped for 3 whole minutes. It's unusual. Somebody either just went live or something is up with this StreamYard. So I was wondering if Thelma was still here. Thelma, if you're still here, if you could say hey. And if you're watching this later, I know that there's a couple of people reaching out to me on Facebook, and my business account on Facebook isn't working properly. I'm not getting messages. So I went over there and I saw a couple of people leaving messages, and I tried to friend them on. I have a Sun Psychic Gene friend, and then I have a Sun Psychic Gene business, and the business page is not sending me messages. So just look for me, Sun Psychic Gene, as just the individual. So Thelma is here. So hi, Thelma. And this is our last one because we are way over. But thank you very much, Thelma, for saying hello. And she says, any messages from her father, Albert, please? Oh, how about that? And excuse me, 1 second. Gloria says that we froze. I think there's something going on. We froze on her end, so she didn't hear it. She'll have to watch the replay. I thought something was up. There was like a three whole minutes.
That's odd. Yeah, I don't think that's ever happened before.
I know. It's a busy time. It's a busy time.
Yeah.
So sorry about that. So Thelma and her father, Albert.
Yeah.
I'm seeing like roses and horses and rodeo, sort of like an indoor type of, I don't know what they call it, where the horses run around inside the rodeo. But I'm not sure at the roses, and he just thinks the world of you. And he was a simple man, but he had such a huge heart. And he really liked sort of meat and potatoes kind of guy, really, really kind of the more simple, the happier he was. And he loved, as far as what I'm seeing, he's showing me that he loved horses, and he was, he'd love to be outside and to stay busy. And he's just showing me this real simple, gentle man. He's sending you so much admiration. He's saying that he's amazed at your achievements, and he's so proud. He says these things would never even. He's amazed that that you have your spirit, your tenacity, your confidence, your willingness to go outside the box, where he was really straight and narrow. Like I said, meat and potatoes. He wouldn't go for the green beans. But you did, and he's like really amazed and really loving that you are so courageous and achieve so much in your life. That's what I have.
So
I got all kinds of. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, you go ahead. Mine's
Okay.
pretty simple. So.
I started out seeing a tree like on the African, some sort of plain in Africa, like a tree that's been there forever, and not really in the desert, but it's kind of a scrubby area. So the tree is really, really old and ancient. It's been there for forever, but it knows how to put down the deep roots and get what it needs, the water and the nutrients and everything. And it doesn't grow huge, but it grows strong. And so he's saying that was the kind of person he was. And he's saying that that's the kind of person he sees you as. You're not going after the most recent trends. You're a deeply rooted person, rooted in your beliefs. And you go for, what did it say? It's all about endurance. You're in it for the long haul. You're grounded and going for the things that will last, that will sustain you over the long time, over the long haul. And then it just completely changed because I see weird things to, I kind of started thinking about how there was Prince Albert and there was like royalty. I'm not sure where in another country, not in England, where Albert was a royal. And anyhow, I saw him with his hand on the hilt of a sword, but the sword is turned down. Like the strength comes in being from inner strength, not from fighting and swinging your sword around. And he's saying he hopes that he passed that kind of strength on to you, that your strength, even if you are the king or the general, comes in not having to fight the battles, but by relying on your values and all of that, your inner strength. There, I got it out. I hope that makes sense.
Mine was very, very simple. He was on the stage. To me, he looks larger than life. That he could still be a quiet man, but he's very big, and he has a huge present in front of him. And he opens it up like a door. So it's something very large. So he's very tall in this. He's opening a door, and what he's showing me is he's opening the way to more spirituality. He's so pleased that you're thinking about these things, that you're enacting these, that you're growing. And so he wants to actually help you from the other side. He's giving me the feeling as if he is a spirit guide of yours, and that he's opening the door. He's opening the door to even more spiritual gifts.
Wow. That's really cool. Really cool. So Thelma says, yes, he did, Joan. Thank you very much.
Thank
you. Wow. And he was a very simple man. Well, simple and complex at the same time. Right. Yeah, deep it. And so thank you very much, everybody, for being here. And Sharon Sipe and Tarot D and T Barb. She said, must be the weather. And Glorious, just leave a message in the chat below, because we're gonna need to head out now. And Lizzie T, hi Lizzie T, we'll catch you on the next time. Loving life, wasn't that fun when she was saying it? You're describing my son. And Sandy Cochin, I'm so sorry. Oh, okay, no, we did get Sandy in, but that was really fun. That was really unexpected. Oh, okay. So here, Thelma has a follow-up. 56 years passed, and I see him every night. Wow.
Yeah,
interesting.
I was getting chills with him. That was pretty powerful.
Very nice. Very nice. So thank you very much, everybody. And Joan, where will you be this week? What do you have coming up?
I will be with Allie on Thursday night, Heart and Soul Connected, and it will, Mark Atha and I will be reading.
Very nice. And Terri?
I will be with Allie on Sunday at 10, I think. I'm pretty sure that's the case, but I don't have my calendar to look at right now. And so that'll be the very next time that I'll be
I think
around.
it's New Year's Day, isn't it? That's the holiday. Isn't that New Year's Day? Yeah. Well, I hope everybody is having a wonderful
We might
holiday.
be-
Pardon?
Go
I'm sorry, Terri.
ahead.
I was just saying, I hope everybody is
I was
having
just
a
saying,
I think there's a little
keep
lag.
going, keep going.
Jean, tell us where you're going to be next.
I will be here on Friday night with Terri Suzuki and Terri Lee on Friday, and we're going to try and come in a little. Actually, we're going to shore up the time, and I do know that Allie is having her special event on Friday too, so we're going to try and work around that. But I will be posting what time we will be here on Friday night, and you'll see us back here. And we hope everybody is having a lovely holiday and enjoying their time with family and relaxation, or whatever it is that you are doing. And we thank you very much for being here with us at this time. So thank you very much and have a wonderful evening. Take care.